Over the 5 years I've dealt with extreme health anxiety, general anxiety, and panic disorder, I can tell you with the utmost confidence that I've dealt with pretty much every symptom imaginable, both physical and mental. At any given moment, I would have dozens of symptoms, all kinds of aches, pains, and discomfort. There was really not a single day where I felt at least just okay. No, I was in a constant state of dread and truly believed I was on the verge of my death at any given moment. Pretty much just waiting helplessly for it. You can imagine how terrible it is to live life like this, right? So the longer I dealt with anxiety, the more chronic, more plentiful, and severe the symptoms became. But this one crucial thing never changed, and that is something all of you dealing with anxiety right now have to understand in order to break free from this seemingly never-ending anxiety cycle. I know for a fact that all of you watching this right now have one main worry, one main illness you're terrified about, and also probably have a rather small set of symptoms that cause the most serious fear when they pop up, right? This doesn't mean that this set represents all of your symptoms. There may be plenty more, but those do not have the same effect on you. They are not the cause for an immediate intense reaction that often lead to a panic attack. And here's why this is so important to understand. If you've been dealing with health anxiety for a while, you more than likely have progressed over time from one main fear to another, and then another, and then another, and so on. And for each time this fear has changed, some of the symptoms that did not actually bother you that much before, the ones out of your main set, have now turned into main triggers. And some of your older main triggers could now just feel like a side distraction. And it is this shift that makes so many of us go from doctor to doctor, get the most specific tests done, try out all kinds of different treatment methods, hop on Google to try to figure out and see our set of symptoms from another angle. Because we think we realize now that our main worry was wrong before, but now we actually know that it is this new illness that we should have been always worried about from the beginning. We now have the true explanation why the doctors and all the tests never found anything. We asked the wrong freaking questions. We asked for the wrong freaking tests, right? And so we end up in front of our screens and soak in so much information about this new fear, become true experts in it, and learn all about these little warning signs and symptoms. And eventually, ka-ching, boom, we feel exactly what we hoped we would never feel. This new worry is now confirmed, and many new triggers have developed. The cycle has started all over again. So what I wanted to tell you with this is that you have to understand that if you really think about it, and if you can, listen in and feel how your body feels right now, I'm pretty sure that you're pretty much a big ball of aches and pains. And that is the reason why, when you jump to a new fear, you will always find evidence for it. Even with this knowledge you have gained today, you can't really control your reaction towards it. This is just how anxiety works. You are in an anxious state. You want to feel safe. You want to feel like you have the situation back under control. You want to feel like that by actively doing something or preventing something bad from happening, you're becoming safer. It doesn't feel right to do nothing because you're right now convinced that there is danger there. And that danger is your body and its symptoms. And so it is always right there with you. And it's kind of like the chicken and the egg situation. What was there first? The anxiety or the symptom? I know many of you think it's the symptoms because you did not feel anxious at all, right? Well, I would say in most cases you would be wrong because you are in a disordered anxiety state. And with that comes constant body scanning, constant preparedness, tension, and worry. And that feeds the symptoms. So whatever fear, whatever symptom you subconsciously don't want to feel, but are scared or worried about, you will detect it in some form or another. And that is the reason why you can never reassure your way out of an anxiety disorder. You will never find a doctor, test, or article that will clear the air and make your anxiety gone. At least not for very long. Because in your subconscious, you will still have this lingering thought that there might just be something else out there that caused all of this. And it is exactly this lingering state, that lingering fear that you will have to learn to accept and live with. Meaning, at some point, you will need to take a leap of faith and learn to become okay with not knowing 100% what is going on, while actively reconquering your life back and building something you can be proud of. And in return, you'll become more confident and braver, until eventually you will stand over the anxiety and completely out of the anxiety cycle.